Hi, it's Ash, bringing you one of my favorite videos to make, something I look forward to all year, which is all about what I'm giving my kids for Christmas. Whether you are someone who's subscribed to my channel already and you're just back, or if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm so glad that you're here. And if you are new to my channel, do subscribe, and definitely, whoever you are, give this video a big thumbs up. I love being able to share what I got my kids for Christmas. I just love shopping for them. I love being able to gift them things in this holiday season. And I have 3 kids I'm shopping for this year. I have a 4th on the way, but I didn't buy anything for them. So I have an 8-year-old boy, and then I have a 5-year-old girl and a 2-year-old girl. And I have lots of great stuff to show you. Like I said, this is my favorite video, so nothing was going to stop me from getting this posted. I wanted to post it sooner, and it's night, so the lighting is a little poor. I've got on my glasses, so there's some glare. I'm not letting that stand in my way because I have great gifts to show you. I love really being intentional about how to spoil my kids with things that are really quality and fun and that they'll get a lot of enjoyment out of. So let me just get into the gifts. I think what I'll do is start by showing you something that I have for everyone. I often shop for maybe one bigger gift that's for everyone to share. This year I decided to go with some magnetile sets. We already have magnetiles, but we don't have any of these. I'm gonna angle this a little bit so the glare from my light doesn't like totally zap it for you. This is an animal set, so it has the regular magnetiles, which is what we have, and then it also includes animals. This one includes safari animals. I also got the jungle animal set. So this one has like a hippo and a sloth and lots of like nice lush green looking tiles. And then finally I went for the Arctic animals. So we've got a polar bear, 2 polar bears. One is like a little baby, and a whale and a penguin and a seal, and lots of blue and icy and watery kind of looking things. So this will just be expanding on a collection that we already have. I honestly think that magnetiles are some of the best toys that we have, and so just to add more, because they always want to build a bigger structure or do more with them, and this will give them that option, as well as I can't wait to see what they do with the little animals, because they love playing with little plastic animal figurines. I assume they will love these too. And it'll be something that the baby on the way will also be able to eventually enjoy, and it's just like really, I think, a great value add to our like home playthings, you know? So that's the thing that's going to be shared by all of them. I don't yet know if I'm going to have each one unwrap one of those or just put them all in one big pile and have them unwrap like as a joint thing, just like all at once, you know, for the impact of like, whoa, we got so many, you know, because they're gonna be so excited to add so many tiles to their collection. And I don't even know if they know about the animals, so it'll be really good to see how they, you know, feel about those and see them starting to play with those. Now I'm gonna get into, I think, things that I have for each of them that are, you know, for each of them individually, but it's like they're all getting the same thing. Starting with boots. I'm a huge Hunter boots fan. I have a little collection going myself, and then I also always get them for my kids. They wear them pretty much year round, you know, because we live in a place where, you know, every season has its rain. We do sometimes get snow in the winter. There's a lot of mud, you know, there's lots of opportunities for like mucking about or just needing, you know, that kind of protection. And I think they're super cute and they last really, really well. So I went ahead and just sized everybody up to the next size. Now, I will say I can get more than one child's use out of the boots. Like right now, I think each of them, except for my oldest, is wearing a pair that's a hand-me-down. And it's just, you know, they're wearing out and they're growing out and they're ready for the next size. So for my 2-year-old, I'm really excited about these. They are in the color, I believe it's something along the line of like Scottish thistle, which is like this really pretty, like kind of a warm purpley, mauvey, lilac-y color. It's actually perfect because not only is her name Lilac, so like I like to get her kind of lilac things, but also she's recently declared purple is her favorite color. So I know she's gonna be so psyched about these. And they have sparkles in them. We've never had the hunters with sparkles before because, like I said, most of our other pairs have been hand-me-downs, so most of them are ones that we started with for my son, and so they're a little bit more, you know, subdued, neutral type of things. These will be Lilac's very first pair that are actually like just for her originally, and I can't wait for her to see these. I know she's gonna be really, really psyched. So those are the ones that we got for her. And then for my 5-year-old Emerald, I did think about getting green, but there was kind of even like a minty green sparkly color available, but I decided that she would probably like this really saturated kind of reddish pink better than that. So I went with these. They also have the sparkles in them, but they're just, I believe the color is called like Rowan pink. And so like, as you can see, it's like a really vibrant, really punchy pink, and pink is her favorite color. So I know she's really going to be excited about these. They will also go with a lot of her clothes. Like I do try to shop within a color scheme with my kids so that their clothes kind of all coordinate, so that if they're dressing themselves, you know, still things look good. And both the purple and the pink will go with kind of the colors that I have going for my little girls. And then for my 8-year-old, I went with a slightly different style this time. I was getting these from Nordstrom Rack, so I was a little bit more limited just in like the options style-wise than I would be otherwise. And I've never tried these with the pull-on handle before, but these are in the navy color, which is like a really dark color. In case you can't tell, like it almost looks black, but it's actually blue. Blue's his favorite color, probably a lighter, brighter blue. But still, I think he will really like these, and they will fit him because the other ones that he's had are like, it's definitely time for them to go. So these will be so great for him. So we've got boots, and then I promise there are toys coming. I know a lot of people are coming into these videos to see the toys, and like, don't worry. I definitely got my kids a lot of toys. But I actually think that they'll love getting these boots as well as the toys and stuff. Before I get into more toys, I do think I'll show you a few more things everyone's getting, which are mostly more like clothing type stuff. And some of these things I think will go into the stocking, like these hats. They're each getting a winter hat and also mittens that I think will go into the stocking. So this is for my 8-year-old. It's just like a cute big Nike thing with a pom-pom. I love hats with pom-poms, and I don't know, you know, I know some adult men still wear pom-poms, like my husband won't though, and I'm sure my son at some point will be like, you know, too cool for a pom-pom. So I really wanted to get him into this while I still thought I could like convince him it was like a good idea and like really cool. It came with like little matching gloves. This also came from Nordstrom Rack. And then for the girls, I decided to do Carhartt hats. So for my baby, I'm calling her my baby, but she's, you know, I realize she's a toddler and I do have another one on the way, but she'll always be my baby girl, of course. I went with this purple color. On camera, it's showing up a little more like grapey, whereas in person, I would say it leans a little bit more magenta. But I hope it'll be kind of a nice, like, going with the boots that are purple, and also she has a coat that's purple, but it's a different purple, so it won't be like too purple, and she has a pink coat that this will also like look okay with. And then I wanted pink for my 5-year-old because, like I said, it's her favorite, but pink, you know, I ordered it from Amazon and then it never came, and they kept pushing back the delivery date until finally they admitted that it's out of stock and I don't know when it's coming back. So I had to get this other color, which is called Marshmallow. It's basically ivory, and I think that'll be fine. It'll like go with whatever she wears, so that's nice. So those are hats for everyone. The girls are also getting mittens. I bought those separately just from Target. I got these little 3 packs of mittens. So we've got purple, pink, and like green, you know, or teal, or whatever you want to call that color. So they each have a little pack of mittens because no matter how many mittens I buy, somehow mittens are like still missing and still hard to find. They do all have like more of like a snow, like my son has gloves and the girls have like a snow, like the insulated, you know, a little bit waterproof mittens that I've already given them for the year for them to like actually use for building snowmen and going out when it's really cold. These mittens are more just for keeping their hands warm, like say when we're just kind of like rushing out to the car, or when it starts to warm up in the spring when we're going outside to play and they just want their hands to like not be freezing off, but to still have like a lot of mobility, you know. So anyway, we got mittens. Now, other things that I have for everybody are mostly like Christmas Eve type gifts. So stuff that I'll give them on the night before Christmas when we do kind of a little, like, I don't do a Christmas Eve box exactly, but I do like to always add to our book collection. Some years I just do 1 new book. This year I'm doing 3. So for my little one, I have Crinkle Bells, which is just like a super cute board book with like a texture thing. I think this could also be for a younger child, but I know she will enjoy it, and then it'll be here for the new baby as well. And I just thought it was like super cute and like just like a nice little book. And while I'm saying this is like for one, for another, all the holiday books are like in our family, the rule is that they are to be shared amongst everyone. So for my oldest, but to be shared by everyone, because I know that my 5-year-old will also want this, I have Happy Narwhalidays. It's part of the Narwhal and Jelly series, which if you're not familiar with them, is like a great series just of very basic sort of graphic novels that my kids really, really love. But this is the holiday one and it looks super cute. I can't wait to read this with them. And my son actually can read this himself now and read to the little girls, which is great. And then just the classic for my 5-year-old, The Night Before Christmas. I really liked the sort of illustrative style of this one. We had another copy of The Night Before Christmas that was, I almost said The Nightmare Before Christmas, very different story. We had another copy of The Night Before Christmas that actually just has ripped and fallen apart because it was paperback. So this is like a nice hardcover and it's like a different style, so I think it'll be like nice for them to have. Nice to add to our collection anyway. And then, like I think I already said, I do pajamas every year. Now, they already have some very Christmassy pajamas they've been wearing since like right after Thanksgiving. But I wanted to do more pajamas for Christmas Eve, and these are very Christmassy, but not quite as aggressively Christmassy, if that makes sense. So now I got these all from Crew Cuts. So for the girls, I've got these. It's like pink and red and white stripes, but the arms are sort of contrasting with the body. So I have 2 little tops like that, and then the legs are like one leg, one set of stripes, the other leg, the other set of stripes. So like I said, you know, those are super Christmassy, but will also be fun after Christmas. It won't feel like, you know, it's time to cancel those. My son's, you know, I got his a little bit different because I didn't know if he would want like that same pattern that I got for the girls. So these are like maybe a little more gender neutral or something. And they are a little more Christmassy, obviously, because of like the red and the green together. But then their background, instead of being white, is kind of more of a tan, and it does have like a little pink collar, and the pants are just like the same coordinating thing. So I think those will be really nice for the kids. I also this year decided to go really bigger than usual and give them slippers as well. I hope that they're all at a point where maybe they'll actually wear the slippers. My 5-year-old had some slippers at one point that she really liked, and she's outgrown them, and just, you know, so she kind of wanted slippers again. And then I decided to get these for the girls because they look like little Uggs, but they're not. They were from Target, so they were like way cheaper. I'm not against getting little Uggs for my girls, but you know, these I think will do the trick. There's like a soft faux fur inside and cute like pink outside, so hopefully they will both really like these. They have a hard sole, so they could almost just be worn as an outdoor shoe, although I think I'll just encourage them to keep these inside to kind of keep it clean and nice. And then my son, I went with kind of a classic like slip-on, you know, it's like a faux leather sort of camel colored, like I think that'll be cute for him. And he's never had slippers before. I hope he likes them. He does have fuzzy socks that I got him last year that he like loved, like surprisingly more than I thought he would. So I think he'll be psyched to have these. And you know, I feel like I'm talking really fast. The reason for that is that I have a ton of stuff to show you. And like I said, it's the night. I'm trying to film this while my kids are asleep and before, you know, anything happens and just it gets too late and whatever. And I've got a ton of stuff to show you. I actually don't mind when these videos run long. I feel like people are always apologizing, like, I'm so sorry, this is gonna be a half an hour long or an hour long or something. And I'm always like, yes, I love when the video is long, as long as there's lots of cool stuff to show. But anyway, this video may be a touch long, so let me just like plow ahead. Now, I tried to sort of help myself narrow down what I was getting by using like a little bit of a guideline, but I didn't want to do like the want, need, wear, read or anything like that. Like I've tried different things different years, and I usually just like to get what I want my kids to have. And that's pretty much what I did this time. But I did decide to sort of go for things within a theme, because like I do really like to spoil my kids with like lots of gifts. At the same time, I like when the gifts sort of go together and build off of each other, and it sort of feels more cohesive, and I think that they get more out of it that way too than like a lot of little random things, if that makes sense. So I picked kind of a few main categories that each child would really appreciate the most and just went with those. For my littlest girl, she loves babies. She has baby dolls that are super cute, but I could not resist adding one more because she has the most beautiful red hair, and we just don't really have, other than I guess we have some Ariel dolls, and that's like a different sort of red hair. We don't really have any red-haired babies, so I wanted to add this to our Bitty Baby collection. This is the Bitty Baby that has red hair, and it would look more like her if it had like nice dark brown eyes like she does. It said it has hazel eyes. They kind of look more blue and gray to me. But anyway, it's a cute baby, and it has beautiful red hair that reminds me so much of like when she was just kind of a newborn and her hair was really short, and it was like we could just see that it had this like reddish tint kind of coming in, and that was just so thrilling. And I think she'll appreciate having a baby with hair that's like more similar in color to hers than the other babies that we have for her to play with. Now, to go with her baby, we actually did decide to get her the Bitty Baby stroller. She loves pushing her dolls around in doll strollers. She has a few of the kind of like umbrella style doll strollers from Target that she loves, and they have like really seen better days. I mean, because she has really just like pushed them into the ground basically, like just like she takes them to the park, and like those strollers kind of tend to collapse, and it's very frustrating for her, and it's really hard for her to buckle the babies in. So we wanted to do a huge upgrade. I'm not going to hold, I have the box here, and it's too big, and I can't figure out how to get it up here to show you. But I may pop in a picture so you can see it. I'm in love with this because it looks like one of those classic baby doll prams, and it's, you know, it will fit 2 Bitty Babies at least. I'm sure she'll pile like more babies than that even inside, but it like says fits 2, you know, fits 2 in like a comfortable, aesthetically pleasing way. And there's no like buckles, you just kind of lay them down in the bassinet, so it'll be easy for her to get them in and out. It's also rather on the tall side, so she's not going to just age out of it as she grows a little bit, because you know, 2, it's like she seems little now, but I know soon she's going to be 3, and then on and on and on. And it's tall enough that it's almost, I'm a little worried, going to be too tall for her now, but she'll grow into it. It's very pink, and I love pink. It may be my favorite color. I was still a little hesitant, like, is this going to be too pink? But in person, I do really, really like it. I'm happy we decided to go for it. So moving kind of on from babies into another area that she's really into is, sorry, I'm looking over here to see if I have all the things to go along with this. I do. To talk about her love of Frozen. You know, like so many 2-year-olds, she's discovered Frozen suddenly. You know, it was always around because my older kids liked it, but suddenly it's just all about Elsa for her. So we got her a few Frozen things. My husband kept saying that we needed to get her some dress-up clothes. And I found it really difficult because, I mean, my kids do love to dress up. I think it's one of the best ideas that he's had about gifts. But it's so hard to find good quality princess dresses. I mean, I looked at $50 Disney store dresses that looked not that great. And I looked at $16, you know, Target dresses that also looked not that great, but also not that much worse than the $50 ones, you know. And I wanted something machine washable, and that wasn't just going to immediately like flake apart as my kids were wearing it. In the past, I've gotten the dresses that are like a stretchy little tutu dress, but I wanted something that looked a little more like the actual character's clothes. So I finally decided to get these nightgowns. I am not intending for her to sleep in this. I always get just like the tight-fitting cotton clothes for my kids to sleep in. So this is really just to use as a dress-up dress because it really looks so Elsa-ish. I know she is gonna be really, really happy to have this to dress up in. And so I got that for her. I also got for our Yoto player, this may go in her stocking. It's one of the, I'm gonna get really close so you can see this. It's a 5-minute stories, but it's like the audio version of that. Because if you don't know, the Yoto player is like an audio player for the kids that we got last year as their big together gift. And then the final Frozen item that we got her, well actually no, I lied, there's 2 little Frozen items because we got her this tiny little Olaf. I actually thought this would be bigger when I ordered it, and maybe I should put it in the stocking, but I think I may actually just sort of tie him on the outside of another gift, or maybe wrap him with the little nightgown slash dress-up dress. And then the other thing is actually rather big. She has really been enjoying to build both with the Magnetiles and with the Duplos lately. I'm gonna back up so you can actually see this whole thing. It's like a lot. There's glare, I know, I'm sorry. But as you can see, it is the Frozen Duplo Castle. I really liked this one because it comes with the Elsa and the Anna and the Olaf little Duplo figures. And she loves playing with like the little figurines as well as building. So I know she, as well as honestly all the kids, are going to get a lot out of having that. And that is actually all of the Frozen stuff. I do have more stuff for her though. I have 2 books. I always get my kids books for every Christmas and, you know, pretty much every gifting occasion I like to do books. This time I did 2 per person, and I mean in addition to the Christmas Eve ones. And I did kind of on theme, or like 2 that went together. So for her, I have 2 books by Jan Brett. I have The Mitten and The Gingerbread Baby. These are both books that we're familiar with, we've had from the library, my kids have all really loved. So I'll just be like adding them to our collection, and I know she'll really like them. And I liked that they are wintry, but not Christmas specific, so they'll feel really, really appropriate all season long after Christmas. And then the final big, well, okay, so I have one final big category, and then the other category that I went with, it's not really a theme, it's, I wanted to get 1 or 2 kind of surprise items for the kids. So something that's maybe not in the theme, and maybe not something they're expecting or have seen or know about before, kind of like a wild card. Really, it's just my excuse to like add in something else that I wanted to get for them. But before I get into that, the final theme that I did for her is the Little People Barbie collaboration. So we're huge Little People fans, and I always wonder why I don't see more Little People toys in these videos. I think aesthetically, they're not always like top-notch as far as just like what I like, and they are very plasticky and all that, but the play value is there. I grew up playing with the older style version that were more like just peg people, and my kids have always had like a Little People collection. I'm always adding to it. They get played with all the time. My 5-year-old is actually going to be really jealous of this, and hopefully not jealous, but just like delighted that she also gets to join in the play with these things. I know my 2-year-old's gonna love this, and even my 8-year-old will probably play with this a little bit, because like I said, Little People are just a huge hit in our house, and we get so much play out of them. So we got her these figurines. I love that they are so diverse in that, you know, we've got different skin tones, like even just like among like the 2 darker skinned characters. There's different hairstyles, and there's a more medium toned person. There's somebody with red hair. There's someone who looks, you know, maybe a little more Asian. There's somebody who's like blonde, and they're all in these like cute different outfits. So I really liked this set. I also like that there's somebody in a wheelchair, because you don't see that many toys with people that have like different, you know, abilities and different body stuff going on. So I thought that would be super fun, and this is all to go with something bigger, but first there's one more smaller item. Had to get her the Jeep. I was torn between the classic car, you know, it's like the pink Barbie convertible, or the Jeep. I went with the Jeep because, like I said, not only is her name Lilac, but she's recently decided that purple is her favorite color. So I knew she would be like so excited to put the Little People in the Jeep and Jeep them around. And then this is all to go with this just hoist this humongous thing in the frame. I don't know. I may not be in the frame anymore, but you will be able to see this. There's glare. Sorry about my light peeking around the side to make sure that this is like in the frame so you can see. All right, here we go. It's the Barbie dream house, but for the little people Barbies. And I saw this in a birthday gifting video of, you know, another content creator that I follow like a few months ago, and I was just all about it. I've always kind of dreamed of getting my girls a Barbie dream house, yet I'm not sure if I ever will because I'm not a fan so much. It's like, it seems big and bulky and people complain about the quality, and I don't like there's things about it that say like maybe I won't be getting that, but this fulfills my dream of getting my girls the Barbie dream house. One of these things may end up being a gift that her siblings give her and not for me and daddy, but I haven't decided which yet or what I'm gonna do because like I have 2 surprises for her, and like I said, I was going for 1 surprise, and then I just kind of like, I was too excited about both of these items for different reasons to not get them. So I had to get this. It's the Target shopping cart. It's the miniature Target shopping cart. It looks like the Target cart, and you cannot see very well, but inside it does come with some little pretend foods. It's not like the best quality as far as it's like a very kind of lightweight plastic. And so I know like especially the little foods that are in there, and some of them are even just like cardboard. I'm not counting on those to last for a long time, although she will enjoy them. I just like shopping at Target with the kids. I have so many like nostalgic memories attached to that. We haven't done so much, you know, in the past few years, but just like before we used to do that a lot. And we have the Melissa and Doug shopping cart, which is obviously like a much more substantial metal kind of quality item, but it's like a real shopping cart. So this is like, it's so realistic that, you know, when you get a shopping cart and there's something wrong with one of the wheels and it kind of like goes to the side and it won't really turn and it's really hard to push. So that combined with the fact that it's so heavy, it makes it hard for her to maneuver. So even though it's better quality and I'm not quite ready to get rid of it, I think she may actually have more fun with this because this is so light that I think she'll really, and the wheels are like, while they're not, you know, they're just plastic, they actually turn really well. So I think she'll actually be able to like race around the house with this and have a really good time. She saw this when I was watching, she kind of caught me watching another person's What I Got My Kids for Christmas video, and she saw this and she was just like, I've never seen her respond like this strongly to a specific toy. Like she just wanted it so badly. And I do tend to lean towards more like open-ended type of toys, like, you know, the dollhouse and the baby dolls and the Magnetiles and stuff like that, that I know my kids will just like use imaginatively and a lot. But I like to usually get them one kind of ridiculous item just for the pleasure of like the impact, the splash, the like good times, however long they last for. And like I said, she does love babies, so maybe she'll play with this for a long time. It's the Lulu a Chew doll. So it's a little baby doll. I'm sure part of why she likes it is that it's wearing purple. But the other thing that sold me on it is that for some reason that I don't understand, 2 of the bitty babies that we have already at our house are named Lulu. I assume my 5-year-old decided that would be their name and then talked my 2-year-old into it, but I'm confused. I don't know where they even got the name Lulu from, you know? But anyway, so like Lulu is like her standard kind of go-to baby doll name. I'm going to encourage her to name her new bitty baby something else. But this is named Lulu and it actually says Lulu, and it sneezes, which she thinks is just hilarious. Like she saw that it sneezes. Its name is Lulu. It says Lulu Achoo, and it also makes little drinking noises when it drinks from its bottle and little like slurping noises when it takes medicine from its little spoon. So she was just like so into it, thought it was like the funniest, cutest thing ever. And so I like just impulsively, like I was done shopping for her and then I had to get this. So my 5-year-old's main wish was for Welly Wisher things. So if you don't know, Welly Wishers are American Girl dolls, but they're, I think, geared towards younger girls. So they're a slightly smaller scale, like 15 rather than 18 inches, and they have a hard body. and they all have like super cute little Wellington boots, and they come with little books. So she already has a couple that she got one last year. If you haven't seen my what I got my kids for Christmas video last year, the Wellie Wisher that she got to kind of start her collection appears in that, as well as many other great gifts. So definitely check that out if you're looking for more ideas. But this was her main wish this year. This is Kindle. And so we got this for her. She's actually, I believe, going to be getting even another Wellie Wisher from other family members this year. So she's going to be over the moon, like completing her collection, like so excited. She's not going to, when I say completing her collection, she won't have all the Wellie Wishers, but she'll have all the ones that she has most wanted. So I'm very, very excited for that. So along with the Wellie Wisher, she really, really wanted this. It's called the Flutter Wings doll carrier. It is basically a backpack, but it also kind of looks like a butterfly, and I believe a Wellie Wisher can go in here, and then she sticks out the top and she can like ride pretty securely in the backpack, which I know she's really going to make use of because she's a bag lady. She loves purses and backpacks. So I know she'll really love this and use it a lot, which is why I finally caved and like got it for her, because you know it was on her list and I know she'll love it. I'm not totally thrilled with the quality. Like, she hasn't used it yet, so you know, for all I know, I'll be like eating my words and say actually it worked out great. It's just for the price, I feel like it's not like quite as nice as I would like it to be, if that makes sense. However, I did get it on sale. I don't think it's really that helpful to say how much I paid for each item that I have here, because you know, I shop very carefully. I start shopping early. I think carefully about what I want, and I watch, you know, the cycle that sales go through and everything to get things at good prices. But I don't think it's helpful to tell you how much I paid unless it's like good information for you to have. Like, for example, I think it's helpful for me to say, I wouldn't pay full price for this, and I wouldn't recommend that you do either, because like quality-wise in person, I feel like it's probably not worth the price. But I'm happy that I got it on sale, and I think she will love it. So maybe how much she's going to love it maybe will make it worth the price, even if quality-wise it's like, it could be better. You know what I mean? And then we also got her for her books. And I say we, I say I, because I did most of the shopping, but these are all from my husband and I, you know, for our kids. 2 Wellie Wisher books. So she is not really reading independently yet, but we'll read these to her, and she will also look through the pages and kind of like pretend read, you know, from memory, look at them and read them to herself. So these are 2 that she doesn't have. I think there's just 1 more, and then she'll have completed her Wellie Wisher book collection as well, which I know she'll be really, really excited by. Like, I almost sometimes think she likes the books more than the dolls, like with how much time I see her spending just like looking at the books and like savoring them and enjoying them and everything. And then we got her a big accessory. It's actually not American Girl brand. It is Our Generation. And it's the really awesome hot chocolate station. She actually really wants the American Girl set that looks like exactly like a Starbucks. If you are familiar with the American Girl stuff, I'm sure you've seen it. And like, I kind of want it too. Like, I even used to work at a Starbucks, and like, I want it because it's like, I actually really enjoyed working there and like making the drinks and all the little stuff, and like, it's a really good representation. It's also just like, let's, you know, dial it down a little bit. That's not coming home this year, but this is a very similar set as far as like, all of my kids love pretend foods and pretend drinks, and this provides a lot of like pretend food and drinks opportunities. Emerald, my 5-year-old, was also really interested in the Girl of the Year this year, and she comes with a lot of like wintry, like skiing type of stuff, and like including there's like a little like ski like snack shop, and I think this reminds me a lot of that little snack shop. So I thought this was like super cute, and I think that she will also love it. Then that kind of completes like Wellie Wisher theme that she had going. Another theme that I went for her is Tangled. So just like my 2-year-old is like so into Elsa and so into Frozen. My 5-year-old is into Frozen. Like, she used to be super into Frozen. Now she's just kind of into Frozen because it's all about Tangled and Rapunzel for her. So I also got her a nightgown to use as a dress-up dress. I got the one that looked the most like the purple Rapunzel dress that Rapunzel wears in the movie as I could find. because that's what she really wanted, is like the Rapunzel dress. And so I'm hoping that she'll find this to be like kind of what she was going for. And then I did size the girls up, or I tried to in these dresses. Like I bought them a size larger than I would have normally, and I still feel like I could have gone up even bigger. So I kind of wish I'd gone for like, instead of extra small for her, small, and instead of the, I think I got a 3T in the Elsa one, and I wish I'd gotten like a 4T, because they seem like they fit small. I've not had these before, so I don't know how they're gonna fit, and we'll see, but I think it will be nice. It'll definitely fit, just like it's not gonna be like huge on them or anything. I also did get her the Yoto card of, you know, let's focus on the card, not on me. Is it focusing? Yes, it kind of is. Yes, it's Tangled. So this says it's a junior novel. I'm hoping it just recounts. Now it's not focusing on me. Come back. There we go. Hello, I'm back. So this says it's a junior novelization of Tangled, which I'm hoping just kind of tells the story in like laborious, excruciating detail of exactly what happens in the movie, because I know that that is something that my 5-year-old would be like, she would be there for it. I also got her the equivalent of like the Olaf, but it's Pascal, Rapunzel's little chameleon friend. I kind of thought this was going to be bigger when I ordered it. I mean, it's, I guess to be like a little chameleon friend, it's fine, but it's cute though, and it's very soft, so I think she will like it. I was sort of on the fence, like, should I return this? But I know she'll actually like it. She does kind of love tiny little hand-sized stuffed animals, so it'll work out really well. And then I guess this crosses back over into being a Welly Wisher accessory, although it's in the like Rapunzel theme, because I got her this accessory set. It's made by, I guess it's Illy, which I think is supposed to be like standing for I love you, Disney, I love you forever. It's basically like an 18-inch doll line made by Disney, and I don't know if they're just sold at Target or what, but anyway. So they have accessories for 18-inch dolls, but the accessories are inspired by specific Disney characters, which almost seems conceptually confusing for a small child, but Emerald plays guitar. Like, she's learning how to play guitar with her dad. She's very musical. She also takes piano lessons, and so in addition to being supposedly inspired by Rapunzel, I just thought she would love having, this comes with a little guitar and a little microphone, and even though it's for an 18-inch doll scale-wise, since it's not clothing, it will work perfectly fine with her Welly Wishers, and I think that she'll be really psyched to have it to play with. So I promise that is actually the final Welly Wisher item, as well as being the final Rapunzel item. I wanted to get her something crafty, and she is like, has so many things that she wants to do, including sewing. So she had a little kit from, I think it was like Kiwi Crate or something, that had like a, it wasn't even really sewing, it was basically like you stick like a big sticker on the back of a felt piece that you kind of stick the pillow together and stuff it. And ever since then, she keeps telling me I'd like to make more pillows. She's so proud of that pillow. She has it like on her bed still, even like almost a year later. And she says that she would like to learn how to sew. So I got her this sewing kit. It's like the simplest sewing kit that I could find, you know, because she is just 5. So I wanted something that she could definitely accomplish and feel good about. It's basically like, you know, they've got like felt pieces where the holes are pre-punched, and then there's like a plastic needle and yarn, so you sew the things, and there's like, and then you stuff them and you decorate them with like little stick-on, you know, embellishments. And it's a mermaid cat, a seahorse, and like a little, I guess it's a narwhal. Yes, it is. So I think that she will love this. The big surprise that I have for Emerald is this Mama Surprise guinea pig. So it's basically, if you're not familiar with the commercials, it's the robot guinea pig that gives birth to 3 babies. I think Emerald's really going to like this because she loves things where like, she likes to play about like families and like mommies and babies. And so this is like the ultimate like mommies and babies and like playing about a pet. And like I said before, I like to get like one thing that kind of flies in the face of all my like carefully chosen like quality, like, not that this is not quality, but like definitely not exactly open-ended, although she could find creative ways to play with this, I'm sure. Let me quickly get into the things for my 8-year-old son. So the main kind of theme that I went with him is like Star Wars stuff, because while he hasn't actually watched Star Wars, he is super, super into it, and especially like Baby Yoda and Yoda. Like, he has 2 of the animatronic Yodas that he is like super, super into. And at the very top of his list, which I wasn't actually going to get this because there's other things that which I did get him that I think he'll actually get more use out of. I hope he'll love this though. This was what he said he wanted the very, very, very most. So I finally felt like, well, I don't know. I talked to my husband and he was like, we should just get it because it's what he really wants, which is this action figure. It is the Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian is actually carrying like a little Baby Yoda there. And it looks like it comes with some sort of, I don't actually know what this thing is beside him, and some sort of like a weapon. And it talks though, so it says like, and like cute baby noises. Like, the thing is, like, I do love how much he loves Baby Yoda because it's like very like action and space and like fighting and stuff, but it's also very nurturing. Like, he loves like the baby aspect of it, and he's like thinks it's very cute, and I think it's so cute. And it's like still talking. I'm not going to press the button again. So this was like at the top of his wish list, and I hope he's gonna be just like delighted to see it on Christmas morning. And then the other top of his list item, which I actually was more excited to get him because I think he will play with this the most, since this is like primary what he likes to do is Lego, is this. I'm angling so we don't get too much glare. This Lego set, which is like the Mandalorian's ship, I guess, the Mandalorian starship is what it says. And it comes with, of course, another little Mandalorian, another little Yoda, some other character who seems to be a mechanic or something, and some kind of like a little robot figure, which he's really into building like little ships and stuff. So I know he'll get a lot of use out of this, you know, first building it and then like using the parts for his own creative like building stuff. Also, just, you know, generally like he'll be thrilled about the little minifigures because he loves those. And then I did get him 2 books. So his are both in the Magic Treehouse graphic novel series. He has the first 2. These are just the next 2. So we've got Mummies in the Morning and Pirates Past Noon. He'll be really excited. He has been wanting these, and so I know he'll like them. And then what should I talk about next? Probably clothes. Now, we've got socks. Like, every child's dream is to like see socks under the Christmas tree, right? But I mean, actually I think he'll be excited because he's always complaining that he can't find any socks in his drawer, which I don't know how that's possible because he has so many socks, but somehow he always can't find them. And so anyway, he needs more, and I've told him like, I'm gonna get you socks for Christmas, and he said, oh, I hope you do. So maybe he really will be excited to see these. They're cooler than the socks I've normally bought him, just in the sense that they're Adidas, and his other socks are just like generic, you know? And these I think are like pretty long, so they'll go really nicely in the boots that I've already shown you. Other clothes, because he actually needs clothes like very badly. His favorite shirt right now is like in this baseball style, so I just sized him up to the next size. Another shirt that I got just because I think it's really cute, it's sort of like brown with like a little pocket, just like, these are all like basic clothes from Target, you know? But like things that he will like wear and like and get a lot of use out of. And then the final shirt I got him, I got mostly because of the back. I mean, you can kind of see it on the front, but we are learning about plants in science this year. Like, it's like all about plants, and we're just like now kind of in the unit about the giant sequoia, and he thinks it's really cool. And I think it's really cool because I haven't seen that many shirts that are just like a fan of like a certain kind of tree or something. So when I saw this, I was like, oh man, I really want to get that for him, and I did. And then I just got him a pair of these like dark skinny jeans that will go with any of the shirts that I got him, as well as, you know, like anything else that he wants to wear them with, obviously. So then popping back out from the like clothes, I got him some art supplies. So like I got my 5-year-old the sewing kit. So for my 8-year-old, I hesitate to be like too experimental because he's really into drawing and he has certain things that he likes. But I really wanted to give him a chance to try these like alcohol markers that I've heard a lot about. And my sister is like a really great artist, and so she talked to me about like which ones to get and ones that are non-toxic and everything. So I went with these. The brand I think is Oh Hoo Hoo, and I got them because she recommended them and said they're like, she had done some research and they were non-toxic, so it'll be like safe for him to use. But hopefully he'll really like experimenting with these. The set that I got has 48 different colors, and it does come in this case, which I like, so they can keep them together. And it looks like you can see there, like make the camera focus on this. You can see that there's a ton of different colors, so hopefully he can have like a great time experimenting with those. I did get this like tiny pad of marker paper to go with that, just because I know that if you use regular paper with the alcohol markers, it will wear the tips down and like be really bad for them. So I got this like very smooth paper, and I feel like maybe I should get a larger size paper pad. I read the dimensions when I ordered this, but I still was like a little bit like, oh, it's kind of tiny when I got it in the mail. Still, I'm hoping he'll be psyched to like give those a try. It's kind of like a more grown-up-y art supply than he has had before. And then getting into another Lego set. So this is like his biggest, like physically and also probably like price-wise, item that he has. It's the Wildlife Rescue Camp, and I got this because, I mean, he had seen it and liked it, although he didn't put it as like a top wish, but I know he will use it a lot, especially because it has monkeys in it. And monkeys are like his top animal, like all primates, like he's there for them. But especially I liked that this set has monkeys that are of a different style than the monkey figures that he already has. Like they're painted differently. And so I think he's really, really going to like it. And there's so many like little builds, which will be nice for him because he won't have to build like one giant thing that maybe is like overwhelming, but he can build like lots of different little things. And there's like so much play value here and so many different animals that I think this will be like a lot of fun for him. I can't wait to do it with him. There's like medical supplies. You can like feed the monkey with a bottle and give it a shot and put a cast on it. And I feel like he'll be like there for all of that. And then for his kind of finally, I think this is the final thing for him, other than of course I still have a couple stocking stuffers that I want to show you. Oh, wait. Back to Star Wars before I show you his final sort of more surprising item. Back to Star Wars, I also got him a Yoto card. His is the 5-minute Star Wars story, so like keeping it tight in the theme, you know. But then for like something that he doesn't know exists and will be surprised by, I got him this Jellycat gorilla. It's, if you're not familiar with Jellycats, they're amazingly soft, really great quality. It's like really soft and squishy, and it has like sort of flexible limbs, but then there are like some little beans in the bum so that it gives it a little weight and like allows it to kind of sit up. I know that he is going to love this so much because he loves primates. Like he just loves them so much, and his favorite stuffed animal that he has and like has had pretty much since he was like I think 8 months old but still plays with constantly is a monkey. And it's also a Jellycat brand, and I think just to have the gorilla to add to his collection, like he's gonna be so happy, like to snuggle with and like just to feel like I want to snuggle with this, it's so soft, but also just to play with and like have a great time with. And he's not expecting it, he's never like seen this on like Amazon or at a store or anything, so he doesn't know this is around, but I know he's gonna be like, this might be the thing I'm most excited to give him, honestly, just because I think he'll be surprised and delighted. And so that's like, I think all of his, like, looking around to see if I missed anything, I think that's all of his tree gifts, except for, actually no, there's like a couple other things. I know I said it was like I was done, but I wasn't done. So I have this game for him called Going Back to the Theme of Star Wars, so sticking with his theme pretty tightly, but he likes what he likes, you know, and it's better to get him what he likes than like things that aren't gonna like really do much for him. So I got him this game called Spot It. We've never had any version of Spot It before, and this one, of course, is like specifically Mandalorian themed. I think it's just kind of like a seek and find type game. I really liked the look of this, not only because it fits with a theme, but also because he loves this game that we have called I Found It, which is like a seek and find, sort of like a Disney card game, and I think this might be like a similar sort of vein, so it'll hopefully give us like something else that he enjoys playing with. And then I also got him this little koosh. It's like a koosh, I don't know if you remember these, they were so hot when we were kids. I had to get it when I saw it because like, I had one that was a Jurassic Park dinosaur that I loved, and when I saw this, I was just like, I just kind of went like a little bit out of control and ordered this, so that's that. Now, my camera battery is flashing, so I'm gonna go like the wind to like get through these like final few items just to show you some stocking stuffers. Like everyone's getting some coal, but it's Sour Patch Coal, which I thought was like so cute. Everyone are also getting chocolate coins and chocolate elves and hairbrushes. The Rapunzel hairbrush is obviously, it's a wet brush, and it's so clearly, I'm gonna make it focus on this guy so you can see how awesome she is. She is going to go to Emerald, of course. I have an Elsa one on the way for my little Elsa lover, and then my husband and my son will be splitting these combs, so they each get one. My son will get blue since it's his favorite color, and then my husband can have the black one. Then we always do toothbrushes in the stocking. I couldn't get all the characters I wanted, so I have an Elsa, I have an Anna, and I have a Buzz Lightyear, which I think will be appreciated. The kids like these. They're the Oral-B battery toothbrushes, and those are my favorite for the kids. I feel like they get the teeth really clean, and they're just like really nice and good. And then I have a tradition of putting like little individual bags of chips in their stockings. They love these. I don't usually let them, like we don't usually buy chips just to eat at home, so these are like a treat for them. And like it's fancy to have like your own sort of personal size. I think they'll like the dill pickle flavor. Last year I think I got them like the, what were they? Salt and vinegar, which I know they loved, but I wanted to try something a little different. And then they're each getting one sort of unique to them thing in their stocking. My son is getting some film for his Instax camera, but it has not come in yet, so I'm not going to show that. Emerald's special unique to in her stocking thing, that is the one thing that I'm missing here. I don't know what that's going to be yet. But for Lilac, she's getting this little igloo with some Scribble Scrubby pets in it. So it's basically, these are the little animals that you can color on and then wash and color again. I think she'll like these, and I like that they were sort of a winter theme. And then for all of them, they love Squishmallows. We got this big pack of Squishmallows. So let's make sure we're focused on these so we can see what we have here. There's a snowman, a reindeer, a gingerbread, like an angel, a Santa. Anyway, I think these are ornaments, but they really are just Squishmallows with loops, and I'm going to cut the loops off and like split it so they each get 2, and I think that is about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely give this a thumbs up. I hope that if you came here for gift ideas, you got some great ones. I know I'm really excited to give these things to my kids. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. All right, bye-bye.